Hey, who wants to talk about some weird stuff, huh? If you've ever heard of Ripley's Believe It or Not, or even just been to a circus, you know that this world is full of freak shows. But although the things like the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons are jokes, there are examples of mutated animals that exist on this earth right now that are going to completely freak you out because they're real. Here are 10 crazy mutated animals that actually exist. Number 10 is the two-faced pig. Hey. When you hear the words two-faced pig, it probably reminds you of the biggest liar you've ever met. But in the animal kingdom, it's a very real label. On September 5th, 2017, a piglet was born in the village of Wangcha in the Shaanxi province in China that stunned the farmers who delivered it. Born among a litter of several other piglets that seemed perfectly healthy, this little piggy had 2 heads, 3 eyes, and 2 noses. It's believed that the mutation is the result of a split embryo that would have resulted in twins, except they didn't separate completely. China is known for its high pollution rates, and many of the craziest mutations occur within the country's borders, a fact that made this animal's existence not as big of a surprise as it probably should have been. Number 9 is a four-legged duck. On February 7th, 2007, several ducklings were born at the Warrawee Duck Farm in New Forest, Hampshire, England. But one of them stood out from the crowd. It was 43-year-old Nikki Janaway, a duck farmer at Warrawee, who first introduced Stumpy the duckling to the world 8 weeks later. Though otherwise healthy, Stumpy was born with an extra pair of legs directly behind the pair that he used as normal ones. Gwah, I can stand like this, gwah, or like this. Okay, well they didn't actually function and they were actually deformed, earning him his name, but due to their position and shape, Stumpy was confined to his own pen. That was until April 2007 when an accident caused him to lose one of the extra legs. From then on, Stumpy was free to run around the farm and even got himself a girlfriend named Alice. To be clear, Alice was another duck, not a human, because that would just be another list altogether. Number 8 is the Cyclops shark. I'm coming for ya! If you spot a wild shark in the water near where you're swimming, it's most definitely terrifying. But if that fish only had one eye, a genuine Cyclops shark, would that make it more or less terrifying? There's just so many questions. Well, to date, nobody's been able to say for sure, but a handful of people can tell you what it's like to see one outside of the ocean. In early 2011, Enrique Lucero Leon caught a dusky shark near Mexico. Upon cutting into the animal, he discovered 10 embryos, one of which was a 56 centimeter long, one-eyed male. The astonishing discovery was confirmed by experts at the Center of Marine Sciences in La Paz, Mexico. Unfortunately, due to the fact that no Cyclops sharks have ever been captured or recorded outside of a womb, it's a popular theory that they don't survive long in the wild. So if you ever find one, capture it for science, or it'll capture you. It's about 50-50. Number 7 is a bunny with no ears. In late 2008, a bunny was brought into the world without a pair of essential hearing organs, and as it turns out, without ears, rabbits just look like gerbils. 3 weeks after his pet bunny Rosie gave birth on his family's North Yorkshire, England property, 16-year-old farming student and rabbit breeder John Haig watched her escort her 10 new babies out of their hutch, only to find that one of them had no ears. He decided to name him Vincent after Vincent van Gogh, the famous painter who removed his own ear. Yes, I love this painting. In fact, I don't care what people have to say about it. Although it's extremely rare, bunnies have been known to be born without ears. In March of 2012, a similar rabbit was born in Saxony, Germany, but before it could get the media attention it deserved, it was accidentally killed by a cameraman who didn't watch where he was going. That's like someone going into a museum and being like, oh, that's lovely. Oh, I just broke this priceless artifact. Sorry. Number 6 is the Octogoat. In early May of 2014, Zoran Paparic's goat, Sarka, gave birth to triplets for the 4th time on his Croatian farm. Though the first 2 babies seemed relatively normal, the 3rd possessed shocking deformities that stunned the farmer and soon the masses on social media. The baby goat was born with 8 legs, a feature that granted it the nickname Octogoat. Though it had more than enough limbs, the animal wasn't strong enough to stand on its own with any number of them. In addition to the extra full set of legs, the goat was also born with male and female reproductive organs. Local veterinarians concluded that the mutation was likely due to an underdeveloped twin sibling, but Paparic is happy simply calling the Octogoat the miracle of nature. Look, have you ever seen a goat in person? They're terrifying, let alone one with 8 legs. It's the spawn of Satan! Number 5 is the unicorn cow. What's up? A video captured on a mobile phone and uploaded to the internet by a farmer in Uzbekistan drew mixed reactions from commenters in early 2016. In the clip, a farmer, a few other men, and a child are standing around in awe of a dairy cow that has 2 normal horns on either side of its large head and 1/3 larger horn. The group also pulls on the additional horn to show that it's not a hoax. Social media quickly labeled the creature the unicow, and while some praised the animal's unique beauty, others warned that she may be a sign of how badly pollution is affecting the environment. But of course, this animal has been improperly named. Unicorns have 1 horn and this cow has 3, okay? Really, the more accurate and subtle name should be the tri-horned cow. Number 4 is a snake with a foot. Oh yeah, these are just getting weirder. In mid-September of 2009, 66-year-old Duan Kyungzu was in her bedroom in southwest China when, upon turning on the light, she discovered a monster making its way along her wall. The creature was a 41-centimeter long snake, but what made it a truly bizarre sight was that the reptile was using a claw that had grown out of its side to grip the wall. Hey, I'm a creepy snake. Oh, what's that, an extra leg? Terrified, she grabbed a shoe, beat the snake to death with it, and put it in a jar of alcohol to preserve it. This mutation is incredibly rare, as normally when a mutated snake is found, it's grown an extra head or has an odd bump on it, but a functioning claw is pretty much unheard of. Interestingly, all snakes actually have the DNA required to grow limbs, but simply never, or rather rarely, do. This creature was literally priceless, and she was like, Number 3 is a dolphin with legs. Hey, you got some smelt? On October 28, 2006, fishermen off the southern coast of Japan caught something that caused quite an argument between creationists and evolutionary theorists. This is because it appeared to reveal that certain aquatic creatures may have once walked on land. The creature that the fishermen captured was a bottlenose dolphin that had 4 fins instead of the usual 2. The extra limbs appear to be hind legs, and some experts have concluded that this could actually be evidence that some ancient ancestors of marine mammals may have actually dwelled on land and adapted to the ocean's depths for food or climate needs. Now, some claim that the mutation is due to pollution, but others are quick to point out that the fins are symmetrical. What do you know about the dolphin? Do you know him? Does he call you at home? Do you have a dolphin? Number 2 are cats with wings. If you thought cats knocked over a lot of stuff before, whoop. If you've ever wished that your feline friend could soar through the clouds like a Nyan cat, then you might actually be in luck. In Sichuan, a province in China, a series of severely warm days in 2008 led to some cats having lumps form on their backs. Over a short time, those lumps developed into wing-like growths, complete with a skeletal structure to form them. Scientists have no idea why this happened, although some believe it could be the result of genetic defects or inherited skin conditions. So the wings are obviously non-functioning, but they do look really cool. And number 1 are transparent frogs. Discovered in waters in a small mining town in Russia, these amphibians have black eyes and skin that appears to be completely translucent. The mutation in these frogs allows you to see their bones, veins, and organs. You can even see their hearts beating as it circulates blood. Dr. Vladimir Vershinin, a scientist and head of zoology at the Ural Federal District University's Institute of Natural Sciences, has determined that the cause of the transparency mutation is environmental pollution from mining operations in the area. I think they should export these all over the world, because all those savages in high school, they used to cut open the little froggies to see what is inside. You don't have to do that anymore. It's less savage. So those were 10 crazy mutated animals that actually exist. And if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a big thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and also turn on notifications by clicking the little bell beside the subscribe button so that you never miss a thing, because I release new videos all the time. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you next time. Unicorn cow out.